They regret losing you, but you've grown. Someone from your past is silently grieving your absence, replaying memories and wondering where it all went wrong. But you've transformed. You've healed, risen stronger, and stepped into a version of yourself that they never knew existed. Keep moving forward, for your worth is undeniable and your journey is just beginning. Like this video, comment, "I choose growth," and subscribe for more strength-filled words that will guide you on your path. We often believe that the people who leave our lives are the ones who have moved on, who have found something better, or who have simply forgotten about us. Society tells us that if someone walks away, it's because we weren't enough. We weren't good enough, strong enough, or worthy enough. This conventional narrative suggests that our value is determined by who stays and who goes, and that we should measure our worth by the opinions and actions of others. This perspective can be deeply painful and disempowering. It can make us feel unworthy, inadequate, and unlovable. It can lead us to question our self-worth and to believe that we are not enough. This conventional narrative assumes that the people who leave our lives are the ones who have the power, the ones who have made the right choice. We often believe that they are happier, more successful, or more fulfilled without us. But the truth is, we don't know what's going on in their lives or in their hearts. We don't know if they regret their decision, if they miss us, or if they are silently grieving our absence. Let's deconstruct this conventional narrative. Is it really true that our worth is determined by who stays and who goes? Is it true that the people who leave our lives are the ones who have the power? The truth is, our worth is not determined by the opinions or actions of others. It is an inherent and unchangeable part of who we are. We are valuable and worthy simply because we exist, not because of what others think or do. The idea that the people who leave our lives are the ones who have the power is an illusion. We often give away our power to those who walk away, believing that they have the ability to determine our worth and our happiness. But the truth is, we are the ones who have the power. We are the ones who get to decide our worth, our happiness, and our path. Another hidden assumption in the conventional narrative is that we need closure or validation from those who have left our lives. We often believe that we need to understand why they left, or that we need them to acknowledge our worth and our value. But the truth is, we don't need closure or validation from anyone else. We can find closure within ourselves, and we can validate our own worth and our own journey. So if our worth is not determined by the opinions or actions of others, and if we don't need closure or validation from those who have left our lives, how can we approach this situation in a more authentic and empowered way? One alternative perspective is to view this experience as an opportunity for growth and transformation. This means seeing the pain and the loss as a catalyst for our own evolution, and using it as a stepping stone to become the best version of ourselves. When we approach this situation from this perspective, we can let go of the need for closure or validation and instead focus on our own journey of healing and growth. Viewing this experience as an opportunity for growth and transformation means recognizing that the people who leave our lives are not the ones who have the power. They are simply a part of our story, a part of our journey. We are the ones who have the power to determine our worth, our happiness, and our path. When we let go of the need for closure or validation, we reclaim our power and our agency. We recognize that we are the ones who get to decide our worth and our journey, and that we don't need anyone else to validate or approve of us. This perspective also allows us to see the pain and the loss as a gift. When we view this experience as an opportunity for growth and transformation, we can approach it with curiosity and openness. We can use it as a catalyst for our own evolution and as a stepping stone to become the best version of ourselves. We can find meaning and purpose in our pain and use it to fuel our journey of healing and growth. Another alternative perspective is to cultivate a mindset of self-love and self-worth. This means recognizing our own value and our own worth, and treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and love. When we approach this situation from a place of self-love and self-worth, we can let go of the need for external validation and instead focus on our own journey of healing and growth. Cultivating a mindset of self-love and self-worth means recognizing that we are valuable and worthy simply because we exist. It means treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and love, especially in our moments of pain and struggle. When we cultivate a mindset of self-love and self-worth, we create a strong and solid foundation for our journey of healing and growth. We recognize that we are deserving of love, happiness, and fulfillment, and we take the necessary steps to nurture and support ourselves. This perspective also allows us to set boundaries and honor our needs. When we cultivate a mindset of self-love and self-worth, we recognize that we are deserving of respect, kindness, and love. We set boundaries around how we allow others to treat us, and we honor our own needs and well-being. We recognize that we are the ones who get to decide our worth and our journey, and that we don't need anyone else to validate or approve of us. A third alternative perspective is to embrace the power of forgiveness and release. This means letting go of the pain, the resentment, and the need for closure or validation. When we approach this situation from a place of forgiveness and release, we free ourselves from the burden of the past and open ourselves up to the possibilities of the future. Embracing the power of forgiveness and release means recognizing that holding on to the pain and the resentment only hurts us. It means letting go of the need for closure or validation, and instead focusing on our own journey of healing and growth. When we embrace the power of forgiveness and release, we free ourselves from the burden of the past. We recognize that we are not defined by our pain or our loss, and that we have the power to create a new story for our lives. This perspective also allows us to open ourselves up to the possibilities of the future. When we let go of the past, we create space for new experiences, new relationships, and new opportunities. We recognize that our journey is just beginning, and that we have the power to create a life that is filled with joy, peace, and purpose. Practical reconstruction involves taking concrete steps to cultivate a more authentic and empowered approach to this situation. This might involve setting intentions for our journey of healing and growth, practicing self-love and self-care, and embracing the power of forgiveness and release. It might also involve letting go of the need for closure or validation and being open to the possibilities of the future. When we approach this situation from a place of authenticity and empowerment, we are more likely to experience the deep and transformative healing that we desire. Setting intentions is about getting clear on what we want for our journey of healing and growth. It's about visualizing the kind of life we want to create and setting the intention to attract that into our lives. This can involve creating a vision board, writing down our desires, or simply holding the intention in our hearts. Practicing self-love and self-care is about treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and love. It's about honoring our needs and boundaries and prioritizing our well-being. It's about creating a safe and nurturing space for our healing and growth to unfold, and offering ourselves the love and support that we need to thrive. Embracing the power of forgiveness and release is about letting go of the pain, the resentment, and the need for closure or validation. It's about freeing ourselves from the burden of the past and opening ourselves up to the possibilities of the future. It's about recognizing that we are not defined by our pain or our loss, and that we have the power to create a new story for our lives. As you reflect on these ideas, consider the following questions. How have you grown and transformed since this person left your life? Are you approaching this situation from a place of lack and unworthiness, or from a place of self-love and empowerment? What steps can you take to cultivate a deeper sense of self-love and self-worth on your journey of healing and growth? How can you embrace the power of forgiveness and release and open yourself up to the possibilities of the future? Remember, they regret losing you, but you've grown, you've healed, risen stronger, and stepped into a version of yourself that they never knew existed. Keep moving forward, for your worth is undeniable, and your journey is just beginning. Please enter your reality deconstruction request, and I will start the process.